welcome back to Daily Chit-chat
This isn't a lesson, just a normal conversation.
about something we all do every day.
Eating,
Food is one of those topics people talk about all the time,
but not in a fancy way.
usually in a very casual, very normal way.
Like, did you eat yet?
Or, what did you have?
And most of the time, the answer is
Nothing special.
exactly.
Let's start with mornings.
Because mornings set the tone.
People always ask, did you have breakfast?
And the honest answer is often complicated.
Sometimes yes,
Sometimes no.
sometimes kind of.
A coffee counts, right?
For many people, yes.
Breakfast is more about caffeine than food.
Someone might say, I just had coffee.
Or, I grabbed a banana.
That word grabbed is very common.
It makes it sound quick.
No plates, no sitting down,
Just something to get through the morning.
and nobody feels bad about it.
Because mornings are rushed.
If someone had a proper breakfast,
They might mention it.
I actually had time to eat.
That already sounds like a win
By late morning, food comes up again.
because people start to feel it.
That's small hunger,
Not starving.
just enough to notice.
That's when people say,
I'm getting hungry.
or I might get something soon.
Very vague.
No commitment.
You're not planning a meal.
You're just thinking about food
Lunch is interesting,
because it's rarely exciting.
and that's completely fine.
Most people don't talk about lunch with passion,
They talk about it like a task.
something you fit into the day.
So when someone asks, what did you have for lunch?
The answer is usually short.
Just a sandwich.
Leftovers.
Something quick.
That phrase comes up a lot.
Because lunch is often about time.
Not taste.
If someone enjoyed lunch, they might say,
It was actually pretty good.
but that's as far as it goes.
No long story.
A lot of normal day eating happens without thinking,
You eat while working
or while scrolling.
or standing in the kitchen.
So when people talk about it later,
They don't remember much.
they might say, I don't even remember.
That's very honest.
It doesn't mean the food was bad.
It just means it wasn't the focus.
Food talk on a normal day is very low-key.
No strong opinions.
No food reviews.
Just information.
I ate already.
I'll eat later.
I'm not really hungry.
I'll see.
These answers don't invite more questions.
And that's the point.
By the afternoon, food is in the background.
You know you'll eat again.
But you're not thinking about it yet.
Dinner is a future problem.
Food becomes part of the routine.
Quiet, normal,
And that's how most food conversations are.
simple, and practical.
Nothing fancy.
Just everyday life. After lunch, food kind of disappears for a while.
Yes, it moves to the background.
You're not thinking about what you ate.
You're thinking about what you still have to do. In the afternoon, people start to notice their energy more than their hunger.
That's true.
Sometimes you're hungry,
Sometimes you're just tired.
and those two feelings get mixed up.
Very easily.
So someone might say, I think I need something.
Not very specific.
They don't always mean food.
But food often helps.
This is when snacks come in.
The quiet heroes of the day.
People rarely talk about snacks seriously.
They almost apologize for them.
I just had a cookie.
Just something small.
That word just does a lot of work.
It makes everything sound harmless.
You're not making a big deal out of it.
You're not proud or ashamed.
It's simply information.
Very neutral.
And sometimes people say,
I shouldn't have, but...
which usually means they enjoyed it,
and feels slightly guilty.
but not enough to regret it.
Exactly.
Food conversations aren't always about food.
Drinks come up a lot.
Another coffee.
Another tea.
Someone might say, I'm on my third coffee.
That's more about how the day is going.
It's not really about the coffee,
It's about survival.
and everyone understands that.
No explanation needed.
One interesting thing is how often people say they're not hungry.
Even when it's almost time to eat.
I'm not really hungry yet.
Maybe later.
These phrases are very common.
And very flexible.
They don't close the door.
They just delay the decision
Food decisions are often postponed.
until the last possible moment.
As the afternoon goes on, food comes back into focus.
Slowly,
Not in an exciting way.
in a practical way.
People start thinking, what am I doing for dinner?
Even if they don't answer it yet.
And when someone asks,
The answer is usually vague.
not sure yet.
I figured out.
Probably something easy.
That phrase says a lot.
Something easy can mean many things.
Cooking very little.
Or not cooking at all.
Ordering food.
Eating leftovers.
Repeating yesterday's meal.
And no one judges that.
Because everyone does it.
Food also comes up in short conversations.
Very short.
At work, someone might ask,
Have you eaten?
and the answer could be,
Yeah, earlier.
end of conversation.
No follow-up.
Food talk doesn't always invite discussion.
Sometimes it just fills space.
By the end of the afternoon, food feels closer again.
You know it's coming.
But you're still not planning a menu.
You're just aware.
Dinner exists in the future.
Like a soft promise.
And that's enough for now.
You'll deal with it later.
By the time evening arrives, food becomes a real topic again.
Yes, you can't ignore it anymore.
You might not be hungry yet.
But you know you will be.
This is when people start asking the question,
The classic one.
what are you doing for dinner?
Such a simple question.
And such a difficult one to answer.
Because most of the time, you don't know.
So people answer very carefully.
They leave room.
Not sure yet.
Probably something easy.
I'll see how I feel.
All very normal answers.
None of them are final.
They're all flexible.
By evening, people are tired of deciding things.
Very tired.
You've already made so many decisions.
Big ones, small ones.
So food decisions feel heavier.
Even though they shouldn't.
That's why people say,
I don't feel like cooking.
or I can't be bothered.
That phrase says a lot.
It doesn't mean you hate cooking.
It just means today is not the day.
When people do plan to cook, they keep it simple.
Very simple.
I'll just make something quick.
Nothing fancy.
That phrase again.
It shows up everywhere.
No one wants pressure around dinner.
Especially on a normal day.
If someone enjoys cooking,
They might mention it.
I feel like cooking tonight.
That already sounds relaxed.
Ordering food is also very common.
And talked about very casually.
I might order something.
Probably takeaway.
No explanation needed.
No judgment.
Sometimes people ask,
Do you want to order together?
that's more about company.
Then food.
Food talk changes when other people are involved.
Yes.
You start considering preferences.
And moods.
Someone might say, I'm easy, which usually means,
Please decide for me.
or I don't mind.
Another classic.
These phrases help avoid conflict.
Very useful.
Sometimes the food isn't great,
That happens.
but people are polite about it.
They soften their words.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
It's not really my thing.
That one is very gentle.
It doesn't insult anyone.
It just shares a feeling.
On a normal day, dinner doesn't need ceremony.
No special plates.
No sitting at a table sometimes.
Eating on the sofa.
Or standing in the kitchen.
Completely normal.
And when people talk about it later,
They don't describe it much.
I ate already.
That was dinner.
Simple statements.
End of story.
After eating, food fades again.
It steps back.
People might say,
I'm full.
or that hit the spot.
A very nice phrase.
It means you're satisfied.
Not excited, just okay.
Most food talk on a normal day is like this.
Quiet.
Practical.
Unemotional.
Food is there to support the day.
Not to define it.
And that's why the language around it is simple.
Because life is already full. After dinner, food doesn't disappear completely.
It just changes.
It becomes quieter.
Less urgent. There's always that question after dinner.
Yes.
Do you want anything else?
Such a gentle question.
And the answers are usually gentle too.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Maybe later.
None of these answers are final.
They leave the door open.
Evening snacks are different from afternoon snacks.
Much more relaxed.
There's no pretending it's about energy.
It's about comfort.
Someone might say,
I might grab something sweet.
or just a little bit.
Again, that word, just.
It softens everything.
It makes the choice feel light.
A lot of evening eating happens quietly.
Without conversation.
People snack while watching something.
Or while scrolling.
And later, if someone asks,
Did you eat?
the answer is simple.
Yeah, a bit.
No details.
No story.
Drinks come back into the picture at night.
But differently.
Not coffee.
Hopefully not.
Tea.
Water.
Something warm.
Something calming.
People might say,
I'm making some tea.
that sentence feels like the day is ending.
Yes, it does.
Sometimes people eat late.
And talk about it casually.
I ate really late tonight,
That was probably a bad idea.
but there's no judgment.
Just observation.
Food talk at night is softer.
Less analytical.
By the time you get ready for bed,
Food is no longer important.
you're not thinking about taste.
Or hunger.
You're thinking about rest.
About stopping.
And that's really what food looks like on a normal day.
Not exciting.
Not dramatic.
Just present.
It shows up when you need it.
And steps back when you don't.
Most food conversations are like this.
Short.
Casual.
Easy.
They don't ask for attention.
They don't demand opinions.
They simply fit into life.
Like everything else.
By the end of the night,
The day feels full enough.
even if the food wasn't special,
Even if nothing stood out.
it was still a day.
And you ate.
That's enough.
That's more than enough.
That's today's Daily Chit-chat.
Nothing fancy, just everyday food.
The kind of eating most days are made of.
If it sounded familiar, that's probably why.
You don't need to remember any of it.
Or change the way you eat.
Just listening is enough.
Thanks for spending a little part of your day with us.
We'll be back soon with another Daily Chit-chat. Until then, take it easy.
Bye.